Hello everyone, it's Paul. How's it going with y'all? Hopefully you're all doing okay. So, I'm deciding that I'm just going to be speaking about um you know what's been going on mentally with me. So, I feel like most of the time that I always keep getting sabotaged, or everything else that is bad keeps happening to me. So, last Friday afternoon, while I was actually volunteering at the food bank, after my break, um, um, usually the first half of my work shift went mostly well. However, the second half mostly sucked because that was like one of the most awful experiences that I possibly ever had while volunteering there, from working in one of the food distribution station areas. I was actually giving away some of the free snacks to some of the customers, and they mostly ran out of so this decided to bring out some like a full barrel bags of dried oatmeal. And I tried pulling some of the bags of dried oatmeal out of the barrel, and some of it spilled everywhere on the floor, in the barrel. Especially some of the oatmeal powder got all over my jacket that I was wearing too as well. And I completely understand most of it was not my fault, but at the same time, some of the employees who were working in the warehousing area should have probably done a much better job handling usually the bags of dried oatmeal that they were usually prepping with, by giving away to the customers. So I feel that's basically what they should have done. They probably should have either properly sealed the bag shut, or had it just literally giving away usually the ones that usually usually the bags opened. So that's basically what happened. And I was mostly disappointed and unhappy about it. And I think that possibly like messed with me mentally and emotionally the most. Out of like usually like the rest of like the like all the other things that I like that usually like that I get sabotaged with. I mean, usually some of the virtual games like that I play like also um most of the time are heavily sabotaging the crap out of me. Usually like um um one of my most like old school classic like favorite like virtual games I play on my MacBook is Mario Party 1, and usually like both of the like the Xbox like gaming consoles like usually like um Minecraft, Post Poker, and GTA 2 as well. I mean, like those are like usually like most of the time, like whenever I'm playing like those kind of games, like these are like usually like the kind of games like that actually like sabotage with me like most of the time too as well. So yeah, so so that's like most of the time like that made me feel pretty depressed and unhappy about it. And because I generally felt like that, like, I feel like, they're putting like most of the blame on me because like I generally felt like when one of the employees like they mentioned to me that like that most of it's not my fault, but um they mentioned to me like that like I should probably try being more careful, but I feel like that probably like hurt my feelings. And I think that probably triggered me the most. And I think that probably like messed with my mental health quite a lot. So so that's exactly like I mean like I generally felt pretty horrible and guilty about it, and I generally felt pretty like um horrible and disgusted with myself. So I decided like be like punishing myself by not just like eating or drinking anything, and that usually like lasted like usually like probably about for a couple full days until um one of my parents, my dad, and like contacting me and just like mentioning to me that if I'm like doing okay, and I said yes, that I'm doing fine, and he's been mentioning to me that I should probably make myself some dinner and just, like and and I completely like agreed with him. So I decided to go downstairs, um, make myself some taquitos for dinner. However, my mom started noticing that I was like, like, starting to like, feeling, um, pretty not, physically and mentally well. So that's exactly when like she started like calling like our entire family, and that's exactly when like they started like interfering with me, and she, like they started like getting closer to me, and they noticing like how terribly um um weak I felt. So that I was like certainly not like most of the time not feeling physically and mentally well. So that's exactly when I mildly collapsing onto like the main hall floor, and that's exactly when I started like getting dizzy, lightheaded. My vision was getting blurry. Couldn't really see well. And my face was getting like starting to get real badly pale too as well. So that's exactly when like they generally like gotten like freaked out, and like they started like generally getting like really like worried and terrified for me. So like that's exactly when I mean like I've been like mentioning to him that like I like that I've been like been feeling real physically and mentally weak because I like kind of been eating or drinking anything usually for the past like couple full days. So that's exactly when like they immediately like like been like taking great care of me by like getting me some food, and usually like some like beverages like for me to like drink, like scrambled eggs with ketchup, toast, um lactose free yogurt, an orange, some Oreos, and they usually got me like glasses of water and orange juice too as well. So yeah, and I truly felt pretty horrible and guilty about it, like for like, and like I generally feel like really sorry like for like for making my family by like putting them all through that much kind of like um worry and stress. So yeah. um so I mean like they were being like really sweet and like and generous, and like by being like really loving and supporting towards me, by like trying like to take great care of me as much like as they can possibly can. So and and I truly like really did appreciate that, of taking great care of me. So like I'm really am like fortunate that like that I really like do help them, like that generally do like really love like, um and that they're always like really loving and supporting me. So yeah. So like that was like probably like one of the most horrific, like, you know, solutions that I possibly ever made. And like that was possibly like, you know, one of not the best ones to make. So yeah. So I mean, and they've usually been like also like been trying to like, checking in with me if I'm doing okay. And like, you know, I've been mostly doing fine, which is great. So yeah. So anyways, I mean like, and and I'll try like, you know, promising to them that I'll really try not letting that happen again. So yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So anyways, I love y'all very much. Hopefully y'all are like, you know, having an incredible time. Take care and stay safe, but I'll probably see you in the next vlog. Bye for now.